The DC-3 Zulu Kilo Delta Alpha Kilo, as currently owned and operated by the Warbird Dakota Society in Auckland, New Zealand, was manufactured by Douglas Aircraft in 1944 in Oklahoma City. It was delivered to the United States Army Air Force on the 30th of October 1944. In May of 1987, the aircraft was purchased by the Warbirds DC-3 syndicate and flown to New Zealand. In early 1988, the aircraft underwent an extensive rebuild and repaint to the colours of 48 Squadron as flown by Squadron Leader Rex Daniels during the D-Day invasion. From 1988 through to mid-2005, the aircraft continued to wear the D-Day colours. The aircraft, in its history of nearly 20 years with the Warbird Dakota Society, has of course been a favourite of the crowd at air shows across New Zealand. It has made regular appearances at Warbirds over Wanaka, Wings over Wairarapa, Classic Fighters at Omaka, and of course numerous other events including RNZF Wings and Wheels and Open Days. A special meeting was convened to decide the future of the D-Day colour scheme. The syndicate members were unanimous that a fresh new corporate look was required and that the colours of Royal New Zealand Air Force No. 42 Squadron, as worn by their DC-3s at the time of retirement 1977, would be most appropriate. A period of time was spent with the aircraft at Field Air in Palmerston North, having the airframe completely stripped back to bare metal and then prepared and repainted. Finally, on January the 19th of 2007, the aircraft re-emerged in its full glory of 42 Squadron RNZAF, and the very next day was to appear at Wings over Wairarapa Air Show, its first appearance in its new livery. The aircraft is currently configured with 30 seats and ideally is best suited to flights of around 1.5 to 2 hours. This radius of action enables flights to all airports throughout the North Island, and of course with a tech stop for fuel, flights throughout the South Island are readily achievable as well. The aircraft, based at Ardmore Airport just to the south of Auckland International, is regularly seen in the skies over the city on Sundays. A recent event completed by our DC-3 was a journey around New Zealand airports to both commemorate and celebrate the 60th anniversary of the first government-appointed airline, National Airways Corporation. This involved landings at 19 different airports throughout New Zealand provinces, and along the way the aircraft consumed 72 litres of oil, uplifted 1,453 gallons of avgas, flew for 1,900 nautical miles and a little over 18 hours of flight time. Over 8 days away, our tour party of up to 25 passengers were treated to some sublime weather and some not so good as well. Magnificent scenery, unforgettable flying, and some very special, happy, memorable events at wonderful locations that are testament to the NAC family truly being alive and well. This was a very special aviation event. What's this aircraft like to fly? This really is fly-by-wire. Modern equipment is very scarce and it requires constant hands and feet attention. Flight controls are quite heavy and very often quite a physical and large control movement is required to have the desired effect. No two takeoffs or landings are ever the same. But these are just two of the challenging aspects of this aircraft, which make it a particularly satisfying and rewarding experience to operate.